Hey guys, how's it going? Kripp here. Today I have a really special video for you guys. This is going to be a one-time thing. I've been going back to Canada, went through my old stuff, trying to clean a few things, and maybe find some things to throw out. And among the search for things I don't really need, I went through all my childhood things because, well, I guess my parents are the kind of parents that keep everything, and well, there isn't that much to keep because I never really had that much stuff. But you guys will get to see what Kid Kripp was like, and I guess we'll start because these days I'm playing a lot of Hearthstone. You guys are probably interested in like cards and stuff. So yes, I've been collecting cards and playing games and drawing shit for a lot of my life. Now I started collecting cards I think in like 93, 94. So I was like 7, like right when I came to Canada. I moved from Romania to Canada around my 7th birthday, and I was really into like the superhero, the Marvel stuff, not the DC stuff, the Marvel stuff, and cards, comics, and that kind of stuff. So, I'm gonna show you guys some of the cards that I've been collecting here. So I first started out with like just whatever Marvel cards. I had like some baseball ones, but I ended up throwing those out. Those are like garbage. This is pretty cool card, shiny stuff. I think my favorite cards ever were the Marvel Masterpieces 94, and this is probably the coolest card of that set. So like the rare in each pack was like a signed card. So I have like 20 of these. I didn't spend obviously didn't spend that much money on cards back then because I didn't have that much money and stuff. But when I did, I tried to buy those stuff and candy, of course. I mean, I was 7. And when I got like a little bit older, maybe like a year or two older, I started looking into like cards you actually play with. And the first set that one of my friends got me into is Mech Warriors. This is like Battle Tech cards. This is like the highest number cards I got is Daishi Prime Dire Wolf. So Mech Warrior is like it's like a dude inside a giant robot, and the giant robots kill each other. The card game, and this one is awesome. Okay? Awesome. Yep. Whoa. This will be relevant maybe shortly. Maybe. And of course, as a kid when Pokemon came out, I was batshit over Pokemon. I watched the series, I got the cards, I got some of the old ones. I knew I had some Charizards, but I couldn't find them. So I still got the Blastoise. Blastoise is pretty good. It's original Blastoise. That's original Venusaur. This is the most valuable card I own right now. It's the first edition Hitmonchan. Not too bad. And first edition Mewtwo. That's pretty cool, I guess. And everyone's got one of these. This is the first edition Machamp. This is the only way you can get Machamp. It was to buy the starter pack of the original set, and obviously you got a first edition one. But a really cool card I have here for you guys. Take it out of the sleeve. Look at that. It's a no background, and you guys get to see some of my streaming set up in the background because it's so clear. Machamp card. Whoa! So there's some story behind this card, because we were all kids. None of us really had much money, and we tried to pretend like we had some really cool stuff. Some of my friends did this to one of their cards. Actually, I think they did it to a Zapdos, which was a bit of a shame. And they try to pretend like it was, it's super valuable and all that kind of stuff. And eventually I squeezed out the information out of them, and it ended up that they used like Windex, which is like a solvent, like a cleaning fluid, sprayed that shit on there, and like very carefully scraped off the background with a toothpick, kind of like it was, like a lottery card, something like that. So that's pretty cool. And right after Pokemon, I got into Magic. I got into Magic pretty early on. I think it was like 4th edition area, something like that. Soon after I started like Weatherlight, and like around that area is when I started playing Magic. I played Magic for a really long time. I have like boxes and boxes of like tens of thousands of cards behind me, but I'm not going to go over those. I'm just going over some of the cool ones. So this is the first creature that I really liked. It's the Leviathan, and of course I got one of these. Somewhat early on, and it was early on enough that I didn't really know how to actually play the game. All I knew was 10, 10, baby. That's what's up. Give me the stats. The card's absolute garbage, but it's kind of cool. I just remember that card from my early stages. I really liked in Magic the Gathering some of the really dumb cards in the Unglued set. Unglued is a set you couldn't play, and it just had some really crazy cards. One of them is the big furry monster. This creature is so big it actually occupies 2 cards. See, this is half of the card. I never got the other half, but the other half is the part that shows that it's a 99/99 creature for 15 black mana. And of course you need both pieces to play it, but of course you can't actually play it in a real game because it's unglued. That's why it has a silver border. But yeah, you know, just cool stuff like that. I really like that kind of stuff. And of course, you know, some people play Magic the Gathering. They praise their super valuable cards. Well, yeah, Black Lotus is nothing. We got the original Black Lotus. Look at that. Yep, that's basically mint condition. Yep, absolutely stunning card. The problem is you have to tear it into pieces to add 4 mana of any one color to your mana pool. So it's better than Black Lotus, but you can only play it once. And I still got one, you know. So that one time when I have to play the Magic the Gathering game that includes unglued cards, you know, to save my life, that's the card I'm going to use, of course. And you know, mandatory to every collection, I have. I think this is an unlimited Shivan Dragon. Yep, Shivan Dragon, the Dragon Boys. And another cool card, I thought you Hearthstone boys might enjoy this if you guys haven't seen like Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering had some like stupidly overpowered cards, and it was still kind of balanced because of often they were easy to remove. But just so you guys get a taste, right? This is Platinum Angel, boys. Platinum Angel. Let's see if we can get the focus there. Oh, come on. We need the text for this one. Okay, well. There we go. Flying. You can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. Yeah, that card is pretty good as it turns out. And of course, being from Europe, I had like fucking FIFA stickers and shit like that. You know, Peter Schmeichel, boys. These are my duplicates. I had like a book and I stuck them all in there and basically made them all totally useless. But one of the first sets that I collected was Overpower, and I liked Overpower because it had like stats. It seemed like there was some gameplay. And I still got one of the original boxes. I bought this like many years later because it was super cheap, of course, because it's totally worthless. This is from like 96. Yeah, 96. Look at that. Overpower sealed box. Bam. Totally worthless. You can basically just throw that in the fireplace. It's basically worth the you know, the price of a log, basically. And Overpower cards are basically like Marvel stuff. We got a big ass binder. It's like way bigger than any phone book. And I have like the alphabetized heroes. So it starts off with like, you know, Alpha Flight, that kind of stuff. And it moves on Apocalypse. We got Brood. You know, Black Cat. Yeah. Totally kid friendly, of course. So there's that. And some of the other cool stuff, just to end on these. We had some PC and PlayStation games. This is PlayStation 1 Diablo 1. Look at that. 4.5 out of 5. My ass. This game kicked ass. This was like 100 stars out of 5. I don't have the cover thing, but Diablo 1 was pretty cool for PlayStation 1. Just because, well, Diablo 1 was a really cool game. And for PlayStation 1, it was very easy to dupe stuff. Which I guess is just like the regular game. But also, look at that. Diablo 1 expansion pack. Diablo 1 Hellfire, boys. Look at that shit. I haven't even heard of anyone with this. So yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. You know, it just shows the kind of stuff that I did. And I also want to show you guys some of Kripp's art. I showed you guys some sneak peeks of Kripp's art in the past, but this time we hit the mother lode of the collection. I don't know exactly when these are from. They probably range from like 2 to 3 years old to about 10. Right at the end is 10. All right, let's hit it up here. So of course, you know, this is the early stuff here. We got like a truck or something. Yeah, it might be Kripp's first car. And then you know, we evolved the car into like a bigger car that has like a radio antenna and can travel to a house. I really think I was like 2 or maybe 3 or some shit for these. I was very, very young. And we moved on. This is a pretty interesting piece. This is like an exploit. You know, this is some next level stuff. This is the odometer of a car, and you can see that the kilometers per hour goes to 800. And you know, as a kid, I obviously thought that if it was on the odometer, it would automatically make the car go faster, because of course, I mean, why else would it be there? So you know, maybe some cool car companies can use this these days. This is some pretty key information. Like if you're gonna sell a piece of shit car, you might as well set the odometer to like 300. You know, just pretend it can go that fast. Why not? Makes the guy who buys it maybe feel a little bit better. This is some planners, some stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. And then we have like a boat with a house. This is a houseboat. And there's like the sun. The sun always had sunglasses because, you know, it needs the shades because it's very bright. Okay, next one. So in this one, there's like two little things. We have like a bunch of dinosaurs and stuff because kids love dinosaurs. And we have like, you know, kind of the wild stuff. I have some wild stuff in my drawings here, and this is one of them. This is like, he's got like cowboy boots. He's got like an armor. He's kind of like Egyptian. He's got like the pompous hat thing, like kind of like Roman, and he's like partly a rhinoceros, and he's got one bigger hand than the other. But yeah, and he's thinking about castles, cars. I don't know what that next one is, and I'm pretty sure that's a dog with two tails. So yeah, very very interesting stuff. And you know, I really liked drawing like shapes and stuff when I was a kid. So this is the Illuminati piece, of course. Very, very detailed. I don't know, I actually think it looks pretty cool. More of that kind of stuff. I actually think if you put this stuff in a gallery and make it colored a little bit better, it'll qualify as modern art these days. Oh, this is a good one. I hyped this up a little bit. My most memorable moments in Room 12, 1995, 1996. So in 1995, I was 8. Okay. January 1996. My most memorable moments of January are the first day of school and Colwinder's birthday. The first day of school, I saw all of my friends again. On Colwinder's birthday, the class got to eat cake, and I had fun at Colwinder's birthday. Yep. It's a masterpiece. Dinosaurs, spaceships, guys with a lot of muscles. I didn't really understand anatomy at that stage, so you know, the more bumps in the hand obviously just meant he was just more muscular. Yep. And one of those dinosaurs is like radioactive, and that's pretty sure it's an ogre. Yep. Cool stuff. Oh, this is a good one. So I started playing some games when I was, you know, pretty early on. I think I started playing games before I actually moved to Canada. My dad had a computer. I played like Lemmings and stuff. So I was into video games when I was like, you know, 4, 5, maybe 6. And this one I learned about like the handheld games, which were starting to come out around that time. You know, I play a game and I like it very much. Check mark. My mom said you can't play more, said my mom. Excellent. Yeah, very good. Oh man, I was a real poet back then. All right, made some games. This might be one of the first games I made. Yep. It's kind of like a Snakes and Ladders. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, you roll dice and you can go forward or backwards. It's kind of like a board game without the fun, but I made it, so it's fun. Some castles with cars and stuff, and that seems pretty cool. Oh, this is a good one. This is my message to save the world. Stop cutting down trees. Stop poaching. Stop the pollution. And this is the before. See how everyone's happy? There's like monkeys and sunshine and flowers and elephants and shit. Oh, there's like airplanes and guys are like cutting down the trees and shooting down the monkeys and the cheetahs. Oh, that monkey's bleeding. Yep. Yep. See, so when I was a kid, I understand the very fundamental fact that if you just say things that, you know, seem nice, like I wish peace on earth or some shit like that, it'll totally happen just from you saying it. Castles. Oh, this is a good one. So you guys are probably like, what the hell is this? Okay, well, that's obviously a moon, and he's got a hat because the moons have hats, and that's like some kind of bug, giant dinosaur hybrid or something, and we're in a spaceship. So, you know, this is probably one of my first essays. So one day my mom gave me a gift, and the gift were 3 balloons. Check mark. And in that, all of a sudden, a very strong wind and blew me to the sky, check mark. And I landed on a planet. On the planet there was a dragon. The dragon was big as dinosaur. The dinosaur was chasing me for half an hour, and in that time a spaceship came and I went in. The spaceship came down, and a man said to me to put a parachute, and I landed in my room. It's like a troll or something. I actually like this one. I don't know. Maybe we'll frame it. Castles, like arrows and stuff. Yep. And, oh, this is a cool one. This is like a hill, and this is like a giant robot house hybrid. And the roads are not very well engineered. Pretty cool stuff. I liked Star Wars when I was a kid because every kid that saw Star Wars liked Star Wars when they were a kid. I was one of those. But as you see, my art was starting to improve. And as it was starting to improve, I started drawing like superhero stuff. I started drawing like cars and stuff. And actually, like, even wanted to make like a magazine. I really wanted to make stuff when I was a kid. And this is a poster I was thinking of posting at my school to get people to help me to design magazine. This is the Stuff magazine. There's a wanted description, male or female. Looks a lot like you. Whoa, you know? Oh, yep, it's genius. I think that says prizes. So the winner gets 15% of Stuff magazine's earnings for a year. Now this is a little bit deceptive because never actually made any money off of this, so they would have gotten zero. And you get $1. Oh, two winners. They get $1 off Stuff magazine. Wow, that's amazing. So all you have to do is draw a picture or a comic of any Marvel or Dragon Ball Z character, and it must be done by March 1st of 2000. So in 2000, I was actually a bit old. Wow, this shouldn't be here. Oh well. Yep, give it at lunch. Makes sense. Okay, well, the stuff that predates that is this is Awesome D. So this is one of those cards here that I showed you guys earlier. Let me see if I can find it. All right, so the mechs had like sometimes different letters. So there was like, this is just Awesome. There was like Awesome, there was Awesome Prime, there was Awesome A, B, C, D, that kind of shit. So I don't know why I chose this one, but I did. I made Awesome out of Legos, and then I drew the Awesome out of Legos and then made a card based off of it. Yep. And I was totally into Beast Wars. Beast Wars was like Transformers, but they transformed animals instead of like cars and shit. And I drew a bunch of those, and that's one of them. This is where things started to get a bit cool. I made a comic when I was 10, and I know it was 10 because it's dated. And yeah, I started drawing like superhero stuff, started drawing like plots and stuff. And I mean, it was really genius. This shows some of the early stuff. So, we just wanted to make some really badass guy. So, of course he's 7 meters tall because that's just way too tall for a guy. And of course he's just randomly holding a boulder. And power can lift at least, yeah, like you kind of have to go back into the mind of like someone who's doing this. So I want like power can lift, and then I write 100,000 tons. I'm like, that doesn't seem like much. So we write at least at the end of that. And then in one hand, whoa, mind blown. We just multiply these ridiculous statistics. And he has the intellect of the world, and is so strong he can defeat 20 Hulks at a time. I mean, who wouldn't want to read this comic book? I mean, yeah, like people just want to read comics with the most badass superhero ever. And then of course we make like a clip of him, which is just a typical day. You're stuck in a car crusher with a car with a guy inside the car under a pit of spikes with 2 automated machine guns firing at you. It's a random day. Well, the comic didn't end up being made. It was made, obviously, a lot of ways just copying a lot of Marvel stuff. But I did it. I mean, I was 10 at the time, and I tried to sell some of these. This is Manpower. The first one, I actually end up using, like, my mom's photocopier at work to print out, like, 10 copies or something, or 5 copies. I know I sold, like, 3 or 4, so I made, like, $3 or $4. Of course, they were all my friends who bought them. Very, very limited edition, by the way. Might be worth a lot one day. So it's a 24-page adventure, and yeah, that is some funny stuff. The one on the right is the second edition of the comic. I never ended up completing that one. Wolfenstein. Yep. Bet your ass I was playing that game on computer around that time. So that's Kripp as a kid, guys. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed, kind of peeking into the imagination of a kid who, yeah, tried to make a lot of stuff happen. Most of it sucked. But it was cool. Hope you guys had fun. I'll see you guys.